Alright, YouTube, back dinking around on this air compressor today. There you go, air compressor today. Went to the store here and bought some stainless screws right there for the dash, and these black socket head screws there are for this, which holds the hood down. Over there, I showed you in an earlier video. Actually, it goes like that. How does it go? Like that. It goes right there. 1/4-inch bolts. And then I bought these bigger ones here, the flat head, zinc coated, for the coil because they're both different sizes. So I painted the coil blue. I should have painted it black, but whatever. I can paint it black later. And I think, I gotta look, but I think I might have an amp meter, but I don't know if it fits. I don't think it will. And I think I have an ignition switch. So we'll go out to the, I thought I had this one, but this one was too big. Won't fit in there. So we'll go out to the service truck and see if I can find it. Okay. Somewhere in here, I should have, I think it's one of these back here. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's the ignition switch. That's the one that actually came off the log loader. And it's smaller than this one. Here is the amp meter, but looking at it, I don't think the amp meter will fit, so we'll go see. But anyways, the ignition switch will work. Well, must be my lucky day, because the gauge does not fit and the ignition switch does not fit. So I'll just have to resort to buying the proper amp meter and the proper ignition switch. Alright, YouTube, well that took a lot longer than I thought. That was not as easy getting that hood apart. I thought that I could just get a screwdriver and pry these up, but half of them were so rusted together that it was almost like welded. And holy cow, that was a nightmare. But I got that rod out, which, you know, not much left of it. Now the problem is it's hollow, and I think water would get down in there and, you know, just seep in between everything, and that made it really hard to get it apart too, because you go twist it to try to work it out and it just twist the ends off. So anyways, got that, and I got a new 3/8 rod here that I cut to length, got that bolted down. So this is solid, so I'll put that in there, and I can take it apart later when I go to wire wheel it and clean it all up, but kind of want to get the hood on there for reals. Alright, the hood is on. That metal rod's in there. It's still, you know, needs all these little tabs bent back down and adjusted. It still hangs up and doesn't quite, you know, it needs bent. It's a little tweaked, and part of it's this cowl, just, you know, not all bolted down or anything. When that cowl's sitting up like it should, the hood's sitting down. But anyways, the cowl's on, which is great. So this is the side that's pretty bad, but now I'm just dinking around. Excited to have that cowl on so it doesn't keep falling off on me. Now I'm gonna work on, I just took the makeshift, let's set this down, the makeshift battery cables off that I had that came off the log loader, these ones, and I'm gonna work on installing the battery box, or at least seeing what it's going to take to get that battery box installed. I've been over here contemplating if I wanted to put the voltage regulator on and this on, because I haven't painted this or painted this, but I'm just going to put it all on for now, and you know, when I get to pulling everything apart and painting it, I can just take them off, because all the bolts will be all wire wheeled and cleaned up, and you know, I can just take them off when I paint it. But for now, that way I don't lose any parts and everything's on it. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, voltage regulator's on, nothing but the finest, made in Japan. You can see right here I put a new terminal end on it. The other one was broken, so I used the good one, that's the heat shrink with the glue, and you know, that's what I got for this one too. This one goes here. You can see it's got exposed wires on it, and it had exposed wires here that I put electrical tape on, but it's so long I don't want it all curled back under there, and so I'm going to cut it off where it's exposed and put this terminal end on here. Sorry. And right there, and then I'll have a fuse, you know, to protect this old wiring. I still got a couple more spots to patch, like this one right here. I put some electric tape that's gotten exposed. The insulation's pretty hard, so eventually I'll probably cut this one off as well, put a piece of shrink wrap, heat, you know, over it, and then put a new end. But yeah, we'll see. This one wasn't really exposed too bad. It just cracked, and so I put some. But the cover mic that goes over this that I don't have will might cover it, so I might not worry about it. But anyways, slowly but surely. Well, got the voltage regulator on. I moved the wire, tilted it down a little bit so it looks a little bit better there. And I'll probably just replace this. This is the original cloth, like loom. I'll probably just get the, you know, regular loom and just run it through and up so it's all together. But you can see I got the fuse in there and got it set up the way I want it, so it looks good, and the new end. And so that's done there. The that goes right there on the coil. I'll probably end up painting that coil black. It's bothering me more and more. But a lot of progress today, at least for tonight anyhow, on a weeknight. Bought stainless steel screws. This is dirty. I need to go through and clean this up. I will when I get the on-off switch and the amp meter. These are just wired up for now so I can start it. But I got the gas cap, a gas gauge I gotta put in. I'm gonna buy a seal, but I got the stainless screws in there, so that's actually held on. And like I said, the voltage regulator, that I feel like very important fuse on this wiring, and then the hood. So got some more to do. I got little hood latches for it, and all the good stuff's gonna go on that one. But I'm actually gonna, a couple of those hood latches are original, like this one, and I think, and it works. But you know, the spring's kind of getting a little weak, so this hood latch will go. I think I got 2 or 3 hood latches. So see, I'm missing one here, so I'll put a good one and a good one on this side, and then see if I can get, you know, a couple hood latches on this one to hold the hood in place. But the battery box that's over there, I'm gonna have to do some fabricating. I'll probably do that this week. The leaf spring is in the way. If you go over here and look, I don't have the skirts on the side yet, so you can see my battery on this. There's supposed to be skirts to go here. I got them. I just got to paint them. Where the battery sets, that's the battery tray. You know, Model A's don't have a leaf spring like a car that go this way. They actually go corner to corner. If you look under there, you might be able to see it. There's a leaf spring there. Then it's got these control arms. It's called a wishbone. Goes to the bell housing there on the transmission. So, but anyways, because this has aftermarket leaf springs on it, gonna have to, they're in the way. So I will just move the battery that direction, I think, and fabricate up a little bracket. But I still want to use the Model A battery tray. Another option I had was to mount it back here underneath this toolbox, but that's kind of where it's already going to set anyways. But the Gordon Smith air compressors had a toolbox that took up the whole width here, and inside the toolbox was a spot for the battery. Well, I don't really like that. I want it where the Model A would have gone. So anyways, that's it for now. It's gonna be a wrap on this video. Just a short one, just a fun one. So talk to you guys later. Have a good week. Be safe.